Anyone who's ever spent any time in sales has had this happen to them. You have a great first meeting with a perfect lead. They responded to your email campaign, downloaded one of your firm's white papers, and scheduled an appointment. The second appointment, like the first one, went fabulous. Everything was pointing to a big, fat win for you, and then nothing. The lead and the company she works for goes completely dark, disappearing into a black hole along with your commission check. And you wonder, what went wrong? Hello, I'm Bill Zipp, and I help sales leaders achieve long-term success with a people-centered approach to performance. This is video 7 in a 7-part series on successful sales meetings. In previous videos in this series, we've explored how to be more effective with your internal sales meetings, team meetings, one-on-ones, and skip levels. In this video, we're going to look at external sales meetings with clients and prospects. In specific, how to use an upfront contract, gaining agreement on a sales call with clients and prospects. The term upfront contract was coined by Sandler Systems, and it's a sound sales concept. Upfront contracting means gaining agreement from clients and prospects in every meeting you have with them so a deal moves forward in the pipeline instead of disappearing down a big black hole. Here are 5 areas to gain agreement around for every external sales meeting: the meeting time, the context, the agenda, the next step, and the next meeting. Agreement 1. The meeting time. The first area to gain agreement on in a sales call is its duration. A lot has happened in this person's life since the day you scheduled this meeting. So it's important to make sure that you're both on the same page when it comes to meeting time. This upfront contract sounds like, "Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I anticipate this meeting lasting 45 minutes, but booked us for an hour just in case. Does that work for you?" If 45 minutes becomes 30 minutes, you can adjust and manage the meeting accordingly. If it becomes 15 minutes, you can reschedule. Agreement 2, the context. The next agreement to confirm is the business reason for the meeting, or as I've referred to it here, is the context. An upfront contract for context sounds like, "The last time we met, we discussed your digital workflow challenges and the cost of a lack of automation that's bringing to your business. Any additional thoughts on that?" Remember, time, not money, is your prospect's most limited business resource. Spend it on those things and only those things that move them closer to achieving their goals. Agreement 3, the agenda. Once context is established, the business reason for your meeting, it's time to set the agenda. Pre-plan this agenda and make sure it's reasonable. You can't cover a dozen things in a 45-minute meeting. Land on 3, maybe 4 agenda items. Gain agreement on these items and discuss them thoroughly. This upfront contract sounds a lot like, as we move forward with this initiative, it's important for us to talk about this 3 or 4 things. Anything you want to add to that agenda. Agreement 4, the next step. Success in sales involves securing a series of small yeses until you receive the final yes, a signed contract. So come into every sales meeting with another yes ready to go. The logical next step you want your prospect to take after this meeting. Don't surprise them with this step at the end of the meeting, however, or they'll feel pressured and resist. State it up front before jumping into the agenda. Here's what this sounds like. Typically, after addressing these agenda items, we move forward with a technical evaluation. Is that fair? The first word, typically, and the final question, is that fair, are the secret sauce to making this commitment work. Agreement 5, the next meeting. The final area to gain agreement on in a sales call is the next meeting. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of this final agreement. You can perfectly execute agreements 1 to 4 and blow it here with agreement 5. Trust me, I've done this more times than I'd like to admit. I've been so excited at how well a meeting went and failed to schedule the next meeting, waiting for months to get another time on the calendar or watch the deal disappear entirely. Wrap up your sales meeting with these words. I have it scheduled for the same time on this day in 2 weeks. Does this work for you? Then repeat these 5 all over again in that meeting. If some of these things sound like the first video in this series on successful sales meetings, that's because they are. Sales calls with clients and prospects are first and foremost business meetings, taking the precious time of busy business people. As a sales representative, then, you should show up as a true business professional, setting the agenda, managing the time, and capturing commitments. In this way, you'll be seen as a trusted advisor, not a typical salesperson peddling wares to wary buyers. This is the final video in our 7-part series on successful sales meetings. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss our next sales leadership series. Or better yet, schedule an appointment with me to discuss your specific sales challenges. Because every salesperson deserves a great sales manager. Thanks for watching.